The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry hornets overhead as I pushed open the heavy metal door to the locker room, the stale scent of sweat and chlorine hitting me like a sucker punch. There he was, Jake Harlan, my straight-as-an-arrow best friend since freshman year, sprawled out on the bench in nothing but his boxers, chest rising and falling in the kind of deep, exhausted sleep that only came after pushing your body to the brink on the football field. His phone lay forgotten on the tile floor, screen cracked from who knows what dumb stunt, and in that split second before I could look away, I saw it. The faint scar from last summer's bonfire mishap snaking across his ribs, a reminder of the night we'd sworn we'd never tell anyone about. The night I'd almost kissed him under the stars and chickened out. I froze, heart slamming against my ribs like it was trying to escape, because this wasn't just any locker room glimpse. This was Jake, vulnerable and real, the guy who'd high-fived me through every coming-out whisper I'd buried deep, the one who'd never once suspected that every bro hug hit a storm I couldn't name. And then his eyes fluttered open, locking onto mine with that lazy, half-smile that always made my stomach twist, murmuring, "Alex? Dude, you see a ghost or what?" Words that shattered the silence and yanked me into the chaos I'd been running from for years. That moment wasn't the beginning, but damn if it didn't feel like the end of the world I thought I knew. We'd grown up in Elmwood, Ohio, a sleepy suburb where cornfields met cul-de-sacs, and the high school football team was basically a religion. Jake was the golden boy, quarterback with a cannon arm, captain of the debate club on weekends, and the kind of easy charm that made teachers forget tardies and girls forget their boyfriends. Me? I was the shadow, smart enough for AP classes, quiet enough to blend into the bleachers, gay in a town where fag was still locker room currency but never aimed my way because Jake had my back like a human shield. Our friendship started in 8th grade over a shared hatred of algebra and a mutual love for old-school hip-hop. By sophomore year, we were inseparable. Late-night drives in his beat-up Ford pickup, blasting Kendrick Lamar while devouring gas station burritos, talking about everything from college dreams to the hypocrisy of our evangelical neighbors who preached love but clutched their pearls at pride flags. Jake never knew the half of it, the way I'd lie awake replaying the curve of his jaw when he laughed, or how I'd delete crushes on my phone history before he could borrow it for Spotify. He was straight, after all. Dated Sarah from chem class for 6 months, then Mia the cheerleader, always with that respectful breakup talk that made me envy and resent him in equal measure. But that afternoon after practice, everything cracked open. The team had just crushed Riverton 28-14, Jake throwing the winning touchdown like it was nothing, and the locker room had cleared out fast. Guys slapping towels, hollering about post-game burgers. I wasn't on the team. I managed the equipment, a gig that let me steal glances without suspicion. Coach had texted me to lock up, so I lingered, folding jerseys in the laundry room, my mind wandering to the essay due Monday on American identity. Ironic, since mine felt like a half-erased chalkboard. When I stepped back in, there he was, Jake, passed out cold, towel draped loosely over his hips like he hadn't bothered finishing the shower. I should have backed out, texted him to wake up, but my feet wouldn't move. It was the vulnerability, I think, the way his dark hair stuck up in sweaty spikes, lips parted just enough to show the chip in his front tooth from that skateboarding wipeout in 7th grade. For 3 heartbeats, I let myself imagine. What if I crossed the room? What if I brushed that hair back, whispered his name like a secret? Then he stirred, eyes cracking open. Hazel, flecked with gold that caught the light like hidden fire. Alex? Shit, what time is it? He sat up slow, towel slipping a fraction before he caught it. No awkwardness, just that trademark grin. You look like you caught me robbing the place. Coach send you to babysit? I forced a laugh, throat dry as sandpaper. Nah, just locking up. You good? Look like you got hit by a truck. Feels like it. That last drive. Man, my shoulders screaming. He rolled it experimentally, wincing, then stood, clapping my shoulder. His hand warm, lingering a beat too long. Or did I imagine that? Hey, burgers at Dino's? My treat. Tell me about that girl you ghosted last week. Wait, you didn't even tell me her name. There it was, the casual deflection, the assumption I was just another straight guy navigating the minefield of high school romance. I mumbled something about her being not my type, and we headed out, the autumn chill biting through our jackets as we crunched across the gravel lot. Elmwood High loomed behind us, floodlights flickering on like judgmental eyes, and I wondered if the building held secrets like mine. Cracks in the foundation no one bothered to fix. Dino's was our spot, greasy spoons with vinyl booths scarred by decades of carved initials. The jukebox stuck on 80s rock. We slid into our usual corner, Jake ordering the double cheese with extra fries, me sticking to a plain burger because my stomach was already in knots. Over Coke's fizzing with too much ice, he launched into post-game breakdown. How Riverton's defense folded like cheap lawn chairs. How Coach praised his reads like he was reading the guy's mind. I nodded, chimed in with stats I'd memorized just to keep up. But my eyes kept drifting to the way his fingers drummed the table, calloused from laces and strings. You zoning out on me, bro? Jake nudged my foot under the table, playful, oblivious. Spill. What's eating you? That essay. I shrugged, poking at a fry. Yeah, something like that. American Identity. Like we all fit in one box. It was as close as I'd come to truth that night, and he latched on, eyes lighting up. Deep. All right, mine's all about the melting pot bullshit. How Dad's Irish-Italian roots make him grill corned beef on St. Patty's. But he still waves the flag like it's his religion. Yours. We bantered for an hour, the diner emptying around us, waitress eyeing the clock. By the time we piled back into his truck, stars pricking the ink-black sky, I felt the weight lift, just a little. Jake blasted Lose Yourself at full volume, windows down, wind whipping our hair as we raced the empty back roads. For those minutes, I was free. No labels, no longing, just us against the world. He dropped me at my place. A split-level rancher on Maple Street, Mom's Prius in the drive, fairy lights twinkling in the window like a beacon for the family she pretended was perfect. Dad had bailed when I was 10, business opportunities in Chicago that smelled like midlife crisis, and a younger admin mom worked doubles at the library. Came home with dog-eared romance novels and questions she never pushed too hard. How was practice? She'd ask, and I'd say fine, because admitting I managed gear for the boy I loved would have shattered her world more than Dad's empty chair. Inside, I collapsed on my bed, posters of indie bands curling at the edges, laptop humming with unsent emails to online forums where anonymous gays swapped stories like contraband. That night, I typed it out. The locker room, the almost moment, Jake's unknowing smile. Deleted it by dawn, but the ache lingered, a bruise blooming under my skin. School dragged Monday, calculus droning like white noise, cafeteria chatter a blur of gossip about homecoming dates. Jake found me at lunch, tray slamming down beside mine. Yo, you bailed on the group chat last night. Party at Tyler's Friday, you in? Sarah's bringing her cousin from Kent State. Cute, I hear. The cousin. Code for setup, Jake's well-meaning blind dates that always ended in polite rejection. I forced a grin. Maybe. Got that essay to grind. He rolled his eyes, stealing my chips. Lame. Live a little, Alex. World's not gonna end if you dance with a girl once. If only he knew how many nights I'd replayed that. Dancing with him under disco lights or field stars, bodies close enough to blur the lines. But I nodded, and the bell rang, pulling us apart like always. The week blurred. Practices where I'd haul pads and water jugs, stealing glances as Jake barked plays, sweat gleaming on his neck. Whispers in the halls, rumors of scouts at the next game, Jake's name on full ride whispers. My own world narrowed to AP Lit debates on Gatsby's green light, a metaphor that hit too close, reaching for a dream across a bay of impossibility. Friday crept up, party looming like a storm cloud. I showed, against better judgment. Tyler's basement, a haze of red solo cups and bass-thumping EDM, bodies grinding in dim corners. Jake was in his element. Arm around Sarah, laughing with the team, but he waved me over, thrusting a cup into my hand. Punch, non-alcoholic, Scout's honor. Meet Jess. She was pretty, curly hair, freckles, studying graphic design. We talked art for 20 minutes, her sketches of urban skylines making my photographer's eye light up. For a flicker, I wondered, could this be easy? Normal? But then Jake cut in. slinging an arm around my shoulders, breath warm with whatever he'd snuck. He's the best, Jess. Don't let the quiet fool you. Guy's got stories that'd curl your toes. His weight against me, solid, familiar, sent sparks skittering down my spine. Jess laughed, excused herself for a refill, and Jake leaned in, voice low. She's cool, right? You two vibe. Yeah. I lied, pulse roaring. Vibing hard. He clapped my back, vanished into the crowd. I nursed the punch, watching him, Jake, king of the night, straight lines and easy wins. By midnight, the party's edge frayed. Couples pairing off, music slurring into slow jams. I slipped upstairs for air. Tyler's backyard a sanctuary of fireflies and dew-kissed grass. Footsteps crunched behind me. Hiding already? Jake. Ty loosened, eyes glassy but sharp. Just breathing. I sat on the porch steps, patting the spot beside me. He dropped down, shoulders brushing, the heat of him cutting the chill. Jess said you're into photography. Show me sometime? That roll from the lake last month. Killer shots. I nodded, throat tight. The lake. Our annual camping trip, just us and the team. But we'd wandered off, skipping stones till sunset, his laughter echoing off the water like a promise. Sure. Next week. Deal. Silence stretched, comfortable yet charged, crickets chirping the soundtrack. Then soft. You ever feel like you're waiting for something? Like life's got this big reveal, but you're stuck in the trailer. My heart stuttered. All the time. Too honest, maybe, but the night blurred edges. He turned, face inches away, expression unreadable. Me too. Dad's on my ass about scouts. Mom's planning my wedding like I'm already hitched. Sarah's great. But, he trailed off, rubbing his neck. Feels off, you know? I held my breath, the air thick with unspoken. His hand found mine on the step. Accidental? Intentional? Fingers lacing loose, warm. Alex, you're solid. Always have been. The world tilted. Could have pulled away, laughed it off. Instead, I squeezed back, voice a whisper. You too, man. We sat like that till the party died. Hands tangled in the dark. The first thread of something unraveling or weaving. Tight. The fallout from that night hit like a hangover without the fun. Subtle at first, then slamming full force. Saturday morning, I woke to texts. Jake's thumbs-up emoji chain about the party. Sarah's polite, nice meeting you, from Jess's relayed number. I deleted it unread, stomach churning as I scrolled Jake's Insta. Him and Sarah at the diner. Her head on his shoulder, caption, post-game glow red heart. The knife twist. He'd posted at 2 a.m., hours after our porch confessional. I threw myself into darkroom work, developing lake shots in the school lab, silhouettes of pines against fiery dusk, Jake mid-skip, frozen mid-laugh with water droplets arcing like stars. Each print emerged ghost-like in the chemicals, a mirror to the fog in my head. Was it nothing? Brothers being bros, punch-fueled vulnerability? Or had the lines blurred, just for a breath? Monday lunch, he slid in late, hair tousled from wind sprints. Yo, darkroom wizard. Got those pics? No mention of hands, of hazel eyes holding mine too long. Yeah, developing. I passed him a chip, casual as ever. Scouts tomorrow? Nervous. He shrugged, but tension coiled in his jaw. Nah, just, Dad's coming. Wants me at Ohio State, full ride or bust. Bite into his sandwich, then quieter. What about you? Vandy, early decision. Still thinking. Truth. Vanderbilt's film program called like a siren. Nashville's pulse-promising escape from Elmwood's chokehold. But leaving Jake? The thought clawed. We talked logistics, dorms, majors, till the bell, his knee bumping mine under the table, accidental sparks. After school, equipment shed duty. Hauling cones, wiping down benches slick with yesterday's rain. Jake lingered, tossing a football light, spirals cutting the air. Catch, he called, and I did. Leather worn soft in my palms, his grin approving. One toss went wide, sailing toward the chain link fence. I chased it, boots squelching mud, when his voice stopped me cold. "Alex, wait." I turned, ball forgotten. He jogged up, close, too close, breath mingling in the damp air. "About Friday. I didn't mean to." "Drop it." I cut in, panic flaring. "Punch talking. We're good." His brow furrowed, hand on my arm, firm, anchoring. "Not what I meant. Just thanks for listening. Feels like you're the only one who gets it." Relief flooded, mixed with ache. "Always Jake." We finished in silence, easy rhythm restored, but the seed was planted doubt, hope, a tangle I couldn't unknot. Scout day dawned crisp, October gold painting the field. Bleachers packed, parents in team colors, scouts in crisp polos scribbling notes. I manned the sidelines, clipboard in hand, heart in throat as Jake warmed up. Stretches fluid, arm loose like a whip. Dad Harlan arrived late, barrel-chested in a Letterman jacket faded from his own glory days, clapping Jake's back with bone-crushing force. "Make me proud, son." The game against Central was brutal. Mud-slick turf, wind howling off the lake. Jake shone. First quarter scramble, dodging 2 linemen for a 30-yard gain. Halftime pep talk where he rallied the huddle like a preacher. By fourth quarter, score tied 21-all. Clock ticking merciless. 4th and goal, his drop-back poetry. Ball arcing perfect into the end zone. Touchdown. Roar erupted, scouts standing, Dad's whoop piercing. Jake spiked the ball, helmet off, scanning the crowd. Eyes finding mine, a nod sharp as a promise. Post-game locker room buzzed. Slaps, showers hissing steam. I hung back, folding towels. When Jake burst from the stalls, towel knotted low, dripping onto tiles. "Alex, you see that spiral? Felt like butter." "Saw it. Pro-level, man." Pride swelled, unbidden. He grabbed my shoulders, pulling into a hug, wet, fierce, his laugh rumbling against my chest. "Couldn't without my MVP manager." Pulled back, eyes locking, something electric, unnamed. Then Dad boomed from the door, "Harlan, suits wanna talk." Jake winked, vanished, leaving me adrift in the echo. That night, bonfire at the quarry. Team tradition. Flames leaping high against quarry walls scarred by decades of digging. Beers cracked, sneaked from coolers, stories flying. Tyler's freshman fumble, coach's legendary rant. Jake held court, arm around me on a log. Sarah across the fire with her squad, glancing our way. As embers died, group thinned, couples wandering off, stragglers nodding out. Jake and I stayed, fire banked to glow, stars wheeling overhead. "Think they liked it?" he asked, poking ash with a stick. "Vandy?" "Yeah." "Film me." Lie application half done, fear stalling the send. He nodded, then, "What if I don't go Ohio State? What if I bail?" Shock rippled. "On Dad?" The dream. Dreams feeling like a cage. Voice raw, stick snapping in his grip. Scouts talk ND Michigan far. Fresh start. My pulse thrummed. Then go. Chase it. He turned, firelight dancing on his face. Shadows carving angles sharp. "What about us? You and me. Stuck here." The word hung, heavy. I swallowed. "We'll figure it." His hand found mine again. Deliberate this time, fingers threading tight. "Promise." "Yeah," I breathed. "Promise." We sat till smoke curled cold. Hands linked in the dark. The quarry silent witness to the fracture forming. Whispers started Tuesday. Jake's offers rolling in. Dad parading him like a trophy. Lunch was tense, him distracted, picking at food. Me probing gentle. "Everything cool?" "Fine." Too quick. "Just family stuff." I let it drop, but unease nod. After school, darkroom. I pinned Lake Prince, Jake peering over my shoulder, breath ghosting my neck. "This one's fire. You caught the light perfect." "Thanks." Heat rose, his proximity a drug. "Hey, about the quarry." "Forget it." He stepped back, casual mask slipping on. "Bro moment. Beer makes fools." Stung, but I nodded. "Right?" Practice that week ramped. Regionals looming, coach drilling plays till dark. I lugged gear, Jake's focus laser arm sore, but throws crisp. One evening, rain lashed, field a soup. We huddled under the press box, thunder rumbling distant. "You're off," I said, towel drying his hair rough. "Talk." He sighed, leaning into the touch. "Unconscious? Dad's pissed. Thinks ND's a distraction. Wants me close for legacy. Like I'm his do-over. Screw that. It's your life." Easier said. I's met mine vulnerable. "You get it, your mom's chill, no pressure. Wish I had that. You've got me." Slipped out too soft. He smiled, faint. "Yeah, lucky." Rain eased, we dashed to lockers. Slipping in mud, laughing like kids. Inside, empty, he stripped to shorts, toweling off. I busied with lockers, but glance caught his back, muscles shifting, tattoo fresh on his shoulder. Small compass, ink still raised. "When?" "Last week. Mom and Dad out." Impulse. Traced it, fingers lingering. Points north. Whatever that means. Means you're finding your way. Voice steady, barely. He turned, eyes searching. "Think so?" Before I answered, door banged. Team piling in, chatter drowning the moment. But the compass burned in my mind. Direction, choice, a map to nowhere or everywhere. Homecoming week blurred festive. Banners strung, pep rallies thumping. Jake elected king. Campaigning with me as reluctant sidekick, painting signs in art room, paint splattered and silly. Sarah queen, naturally. Their court photos plastered halls, her smile bright beside his. Friday dawn, nerves electric. I suited up, borrowed tie from Dad's old drawer, Mom fussing bow. "Handsome," she said, eyes misty. "Proud of you, kiddo." Stadium glowed under lights. Crowd a sea of cardinal and gold. Halftime crown. Jake and Sarah on track, scepters goofy, cheers deafening. From sidelines, I watched. His wave sweeping the stands, pausing on me, a private grin. Dance after gym transformed, disco ball spinning stars. I leaned wall, Jess appearing, brave, vodka-spiked punch in hand. Dance? Why not? We swayed to Ed Sheeran, her head on my shoulder, but eyes strayed. To Jake, slow dancing Sarah. Their bodies close, easy. Jealousy twisted, sharp. Break. Bathroom line, Tyler slurring congrats. Jake found me washing hands, mirror reflecting us side by side. Him flushed, Ty askew. Having fun. Surviving. Grin. You. Best night. Then, low. Dance with me later? Brothers before dates. Heart flipped. Deal. Midnight, gym emptying, we claimed a corner. Awkward shuffle to Wonderwall, his hand low on my back, cologne sharp. "Remember 8th grade dance?" he murmured. "You ditched me for that book. You ditched me for Katie Reynolds." Laughter mingled, steps sinking. Song faded, but we lingered. Foreheads near, breaths shared. "Alex!" Crowd surged, Sarah tugging him away. King duties. Gone. I exhaled, world steadying. But in the truck ride home, him insisting, Sarah's carpool silence hummed. Tonight was... He started. Yeah. No more words needed. He pulled into my drive, engine idling. Night, best. Night. Door open, then his hand on my wrist. Hey, thanks. For everything. Pulled me into hug. Across console, fierce, lingering. His heart hammered, matching mine. When I pulled back, eyes held. Question, answer, unspoken. Inside, bed a tangle of sheets and what-ifs. Sleep came fitful, dreams of compasses spinning wild. November chill seeped in, leaves carpeting Elmwood in rust and regret. Regionals dominated. Practices till streetlights hummed. Jake's throws slicing fog like arrows. I thrived in the rhythm. Gear checks dawn. Film rolls capturing motion blur of huddles. His silhouette etched in silver nitrate. Off-field, cracks widened. Dad Harlan ramped pressure. Dinner debates over meatloaf. Jake texting me vents mid-meal. He's on me about ND again. Says it's soft. I'd reply memes, distractions, but worry festered. Sarah, 2. Text to me casual. Jake's distant lately. Everything okay? I'd type lies. Just game stress. Truth. I saw it. The way he'd pull from her touch. Eyes seeking mine across cafeteria. A magnetic pull neither named. Thanksgiving loomed. Family obligations fracturing our routine. Harlan feast. Turkey massive. Ants cooing over Jake's clips on ESPN local. I tagged along. Invited last minute, mom working late, sitting shotgun. His knee brushing mine on the hour drive to Aunt Rita's in Toledo. Road trip gold. Podcasts on true crime. Pit stop at Skyline for chili dogs. Laughing till sides ached. Remember that time in Toledo? He said, sauce dripping. 8th grade. Arcade brawl over Street Fighter? You cheated. Wipe his chin with a napkin casual. Too casual? Skill bro. Grin wicked. Rita's sprawled Victorian. Table groaning under fixings. Harlan clan boisterous. Uncles grilling Jake on stats. Cousins quizzing college plans. Dad Harlan dominated. ND's got tradition. Your granddad lettered their 68. Legacy, son. Jake nodded, jaw tight. Passing peas my way. Fingers brush. Anchor. Post-meal football in the yard. Mud-flecked chaos. Me refereeing loose. Jake quarterbacked. Passes pinpoint even in slop. One play he faked left, tossed right into my hands perfect. Run it! He yelled. And I did. Dodging tackles till he tackled me soft into leaves. Bodies tangled, laughter breathless. Pinned. His weight warm. Face inches. Gotcha. Yeah. I whispered. You do. Moment stretched. Eyes locked, world muffled. Then cousin hollered, touchdown. He rolled off, offering hand up, grasp lingering. Evening fire pit. Mores sticky, stories tall. Jake beside me, shoulder to shoulder, whispers trading. Dad cornered me earlier. Don't throw it away for some Irish lark. ND slang, but ache clear. Tell him to fuck off. I murmured, bold in shadows. He chuckled low. Poetic. But yeah. Hand slipped to mine under blanket, hidden, deliberate. Thumb stroked, silent vow. Fire crackled. Relatives oblivious. And for an hour, we were island. Untouched, unbroken. Drive home dark, radio soft on folk tunes. Thanks for coming, he said. Eyes road fixed. Makes it bearable. Wouldn't miss. Truth heavy. At my drop-off, engine hummed. Sleepover tomorrow? Mom's shift, dad hunting. Movie marathon, your pick. Heart sword. Horror. Twist my arm. Grin. Night, Alex. Night. His house next day. Rancher tidy. Fridge stocked PB and JS. We crashed basement. Beanbags. Flat screen flickering The Conjuring. Popcorn scattering. Halfway, paused. His arm around my shoulders. Casual drape. This okay? Yeah. More than. Movie blurred. Tension building on-screen mirroring off. Ghost whisper. I know what you did. Jake tensed. Grip tightening. I leaned in, head on his chest, heart thunderous. Post-credits. Lights low. Truth or dare? He asked. Playful edge. Dare. Safe. Kiss the scariest thing here. Eyes mine daring. I laughed. Grabbed a pillow. Pecked it silly. His turn. Truth. Worst fear. Pause. Losing. People. You. Soft. Raw. Air thickened. My turn. Truth. Do you? Like someone? For real. Panic. Pulse wild. Yeah. Who? Swallow. You know who. Silence deafening. Then me too. Hand to my cheek. Thumb tracing jaw, gentle questioning. I leaned in, lips brushing his. Tentative electric. He froze, then responded soft, searching, tasting of salt and want. World ignited. Kiss deepened. Hands roaming shirts. Breaths mingling. Not rushed, exploratory like mapping stars. Pulled back. Foreheads pressed. Jake. Shoo. Kiss again, affirming. Clock ticked. Reality intruding. We should. Yeah. Reluctant untangle. He drove me home silent, hand on my thigh, possessive, new. At curb, this. Us. Us. I echoed. Sleep evaded, lips tingling, compass spinning true. Monday storm. ND offer official, press conference whispers. Jake dodged, eyes mine in halls. Secret smiles, brushed knuckles in passing. Lunch. Secluded bleachers, his head on my lap, fingers in my hair. Feels right, he murmured. Does. Kiss light, stolen. But shadows loomed. Sarah texting him frantic. Talk. Practice cut short. He vanished. Emergency huddle with coach? I waited, gnawing nails, till text. Meet Corey. Now. Dusk Corey. He paced rim, face storm cloud. Sarah knows. Overheard me on phone with dad. Something about, not straight as I thought. Ice in veins. What did you say? Nothing yet. But she's hurt. Pushed for answers. And told her. Truth. About us. Ice pleading. Alex, door creaked. Footsteps? No wind. But fear spiked. What now? Figure it. Together. Pulled me close, kiss fierce, defiant. We planned. Tell dad post-regionals, ease mom in. Optimism bloomed. Fragile. Regionals eve, bonfire redux, team hyped. Jake magnetic, speeches fire, hugs lingering. Midnight, slipped away. Truck cab, windows fogged, kisses heated but held. Boundaries respected, emotion pure. Game day, stadium electric, snow flurrying. Jake legend. Interceptions, scrambles, fourth quarter drive ceiling 35-24 win. Post whistle, lifted on shoulders. Eyes seeking, finding me. Locker euphoria. Champagne showers. Soda, coach's rule, slaps echoing. Jake pulled me corner, kiss quick. Risky, reckless. Love you, whispered. Love you. First time voiced, world righted. But elation shattered. Dad Harlan burst in, face thunder. Jake talk. Now. Pulled aside, voices rising, muffled fury. What the hell's this? Some phase? Scouts here. I edged closer, heart pounding. Jake's retort sharp. It's not a phase, Dad. It's me. And Alex, he's... Schlimm. Silence fell, team frozen. Harlan stormed out, Jake crumpling, mask cracking. I reached. Hey! Leave it. Voice broken. Ruined everything. No. Arm around him, guiding out, rain lashing parking lot, truck a refuge. Inside, sobs racked him, raw, unfiltered. He called it sick. Said I'd throw it all away for this. You're not throwing. You're choosing. Hold tight, rocking gentle. He clung. Whispers fracturing. Scared. Of losing him. You. Won't. Kiss forehead. Vow. Night bled calls. Mom Harlan placating. Dad silent. Jake crashed my place. Mom's nod understanding, spare room ready. Dawn. He stirred, eyes red-rimmed. Sorry. Mess. My mess too. Breakfast bacon, plans sketched, counselor at school, pride group in Columbus. School Monday, rumors wildfire. Whispers, Harlan gay. Stairs slicing. Jake armored. Head high, hand brushing mine in hall, defiant. Lunch. Sarah approached, eyes puffy. Talk. We did booth at Dino's, coffee steaming. Hurt, she said, but saw it coming. The way you looked at him. Sorry. Genuine. She nodded. Be happy. Both. Grace unexpected. But Dad's silence festered. Texts ignored. Practices skipped. Coach pulled Jake. Family first, but teams here. Week dragged. Tension coiling. Friday voicemail. Dad's voice gravel. Home. Now. Or you're done. Jake blanched. Phone trembling. Go. Together. Insisted. Harlan house. Tension thick. Mom wringing hands. Dad in den, leather chair, whiskey glass sweating. Sit. We did perched edge. Hands linked under chair arm, solidarity. Explain. Voice ice. Jake swallowed. Dad, I'm gay. Alex. My boyfriend. Word dropped. Bomb. Silence exploded. Bullshit. Phase. Fix it. Not broken. Jake firm. Love him. Like you loved mom real. Dad's face crumpled. Rage to grief. Legacy. Scouts. What'll they say? Who cares? Jake leaned. Your son. That's legacy. Mom teared. We love you. Both. Hours hashed. Tears, shouts, hugs tentative. Dad's concession grudging. Try. But ND straighten path. No. Jake stood. My path. Door out, us arm in arm, free, fractured but forward. Winter deepened. Love blooming quiet. Skates on frozen pond. Gloved hands held. Darkroom dates. In larger casting our shadows merged. ND visit. Campus snow-draped. Jake's all palpable. Could be us. Could. Kiss in dorm quad. Snowflakes melting on lashes. But betrayal brewed. Unsuspected. Tyler. Loose-lipped at party. Leaked to scout buddy. Harlan's queer drama. Offers dried. Whispers of distraction. Jake shattered. Knew it. Dad right. No. Rally. Better school. Us. Applications surged. Vandy duel. Nashville calling duel. Acceptances spring. Envelopes fat. Futures bright. Prom night. Suits sharp. Corsages pinned. Jake's tie my gift. Rainbow thread subtle. Dance floor hours. Sway to Billie Eilish. World fading. Summer beckoned. Road trip planned. Chicago. Dad's old haunt. Bridges burned or mended. June heatwave baked Elmwood. Asphalt shimmering like mirage. Graduation caps sailed stadium sky. Diplomas clutched. Mine in film. Jake's in handshakes from underclassmen teary. Valedictorian speech his. Paths diverge, but roots hold. To the ones who see you true, hold fast. Eyes mine, crowd oblivious, heart full. Post-ceremony bash. Harlan backyard. Grill smoking brisket. Aunts toasting with boxed wine. Dad clapped Jake's back. Awkward but there. Muttering, proud son. Whatever. Progress. Glacial. Our escape. Pack trucked on. Duffel stuffed. Playlist queued. Springsteen to Hosier, windows down. Chicago bound. 400 miles of highway. Corn giving way to steel spires. First stop. Indiana dunes. Sand dunes rolling lake blue. We hiked crests, wind whipping shirts. Collapsing summit entangle. Kisses salty, hands mapping familiar. This, Jake breathed. Forever. Starting now. Vow sealed sunset. Wrigley Field next. Bleacher seats. Cubs crack of bat symphony. Beers legal age cold. Hot dogs mustard dripped. Seventh inning stretch. Arms linked. Sweet Caroline belted. His voice cracking joy. Dad's old firm. High-rise glass. Receptionist eyeing us curious. Elevator hum. Nerves electric. Office door. Alex. Disbelief. Then hug. Bone thin. Cologne faded. Groan. Dinner. Italian hole-in-wall candle flicker. Stories spilled. Mine guarded, Jake's charm disarming. Your boy's why I stayed, Dad said. Eyes soft on Mom's photo wallet. Don't let go. Jake squeezed my hand under table. Lesson learned. South to Nashville. Music row neon, honky-tonks twang. Vandy tour. Campus green. Film building humming edits. Home, I whispered, his nod affirming. Our spot. Rooftop bar, skyline twinkling. Toasts. To us, unscripted. Summer jobs bridged. Me editing wedding vids local. Jake coaching Pee Wee League. Kids idolizing his patience gold. Evenings hours. Porch swings. Fireflies Jared. Dreams voiced. His sports psych. Mine indie shorts. But undercurrent stirred. Dad Harlan's ND push lingered. Emails probing final decision. Jake wavered. Legacy ways. Make your own. Firm. July 4th. Quarry Redux, town fireworks legal now. Blanket spread, his head my lap. Bursts painting sky. Remember first bonfire? He murmured. Scar and all. Trace ribs. Lips met. Slow burn under stars, love language fluent. August loomed, boxes packed. Vandy dorms assigned, roommates strangers. Last Elmwood night. Drive-in double feature, truck bed popcorn strewn. Midway, paused, scared, he asked. Terrified. Admit. You? With you? Nah. Kiss deepened, hands wandering. Heat building. But pause. Wait. Why? Confusion. Not here. Not rushed. Principles held, respect core. He nodded, forehead press. Right? Love that. Move-in day. Nashville humidity thick, dorms buzzing freshmen. Jake's room first, bunked high, posters taped hasty. Unpack rhythm. His jerseys folded, my lenses shelved. Roomy Nate. Lacrosse bro. Chill vibe. Dude. Score. Hours synced. Sweet style. Shared lounge. Nights. Study breaks tangled sheets. Intimate, exploratory. Boundaries honored. Classes hit. My cinematography dawn, Jake's psych seminars. Weekends. Honky bar hops. Line dances, awkward laughs. Percy Priest Lake. Kayaks tipping splashy. Fall midterms grind. All-nighters coffee-fueled. His notes, my cheat sheets. Stress peak. ND Scout email. Reconsider. Jake deleted but doubt seeded. Homecoming Vandy. Black gold flood. Jake's first tailgate. Wings spicy. Chance rowdy. Game thrill. Commodore's upset. His cheers hoarse. After party. Frat house haze but we slipped balcony. City lights, his arm waist. This life's good. Yeah. Kiss affirming. A call came. Dad Harlan, voice strained. Town talk. Tyler's dad, coach network. ND pulled. Blame game. Your fault that. Lifestyle. Jake hung up. Shattered. Fists clenched. Eyes storm. Knew it. Betrayal. Tyler's leak. Rage mine. Worse, Dad. Pushed ND but now. Outs me? To protect rep. Pieces clicked. Dad's legacy calls. Probing visits. Scouts tipped. Offers iced. Confrontation. Video call heated. Mom mediating tears. Didn't mean, just worried. For you. Worried for you, Jake spat. Elmwood whispers. Your golf buddies. Silence damning. Sorry, son. Prove it. Click. Aftermath. Jake withdrew. Practices skipped. Bedbound marathons. I coaxed gentle. Pancakes stacked. Bojack binges. Walks campus paths leaf crunched. Tell me. I urged one dawn, coffee steaming. Fear. Of failing you. Us. Voice small. Won't. Hold. We're enough. Counselor sessions. Campus LGBTQ center. Circle supportive. Stories shared. Weights lifted. Jake opened. Hiding hurt more. Thanksgiving Nashville. Our feast. Turkey to furkey hybrid. Friends crashing. Nate's pie lopsided. Laughs healing. Christmas break Elmwood. Tense return. Harlan house neutral. Dad's handshake firm. Missed you. Grudging. Mom's baking truce. Cookies iced rainbow subtle. Corey skate. Ice thin but spins dizzy giggle. New Year. Midnight kiss under ball drop TV. Resolutions whispered. Braver. Spring semester renewal. Jake's internship sports mag. My short film fest entry. Queer coming out vignette. Veiled our story. Premiere packed. Applause thunder. His pride beaming. But climax brewed. Summer internship. His CNN DC sports desk. Mine LA indie house. Distance dagger. 3 months. Panic. Survivable. Optimism forced. Flights cheap. June airports. Hugs airport security tight. Texts hourly first week. DC monuments his backdrop selfies. LA Palms mine. Calls nightly. Miss your laugh. Miss your mess. Mid-July. Call dropped. Storm? No reply. Texts unread. Panic clawed. Voicemail. Jake. Dawn LA. News alert. CNN cheering sports intern tragedy. Hit and run. World ended. Flight booked frantic. LA traffic snarl. Hospital sterile. Mom Harlan sobbing hall. Dad shell-shocked. Drunk driver. She choked. Jake. Critical. Room beeps. Tubes snaking, bruises blooming, face bandaged, beautiful, broken, hand clasped, cold, limp. Wake, whisper, please. Vigil blurred. Friends streamed, flowers wilting. Dad confessed, pushed too hard. Sorry for all. Forgive, Mom urged. Later, grief first. Weak limbo, beep steady, then falter. Doctor's grave, coma, uncertain. Nights cotside, stories murmured, lake skips, porch truths, Nashville nights. Fight, love, for us. Dawn 8th. Flutter. Eyes cracked, hazel faint. Alex. Tears flood. Here. Weak grin. New. You'd nag. Recovery marathon, rehab Philly, specialist top, insurance strained. I deferred semester, couch surfed near, edits freelance, heart bedside. Progress incremental. Steps shaky, words slurred, but fire returned. Jokes cracked, hand squeezes code. Betrayal healed. Dad visited weekly, drive silent to chats deep. Proud. Really. Forgiven. Jake's grace, mine embittered less. Fall return Vandy. Wheelchair ramps, but strides lengthening. Film class. My doc on resilience, his story, anonymized. Screen tears, standing ovation, him on feet, cane steady. Graduation duel. Caps tossed. Rings exchanged quiet. Promise bands etched compass. Post, road new, NYC, his sports psych grad. Me indie editor. Apartment walk up. Views skyline. Bed shared. Years weave. Proposals rooftop. Wedding Central Park. Rain misty, vows ocean deep. Chose you, he says. Every time. Kids later. Foster boys, stories are mirror, love taught, labels shed. Elmwood visits. Corey tales to sons. Dad's grandkids spoiling. Legacy rewritten, human, whole. That locker room door. Opened world, messy, mended, ours. Looking back, the real climax wasn't the crash or the confessions. It was the quiet mornings after. When sunlight slanted through our Brooklyn blinds, painting Jake's scars in gold, and I traced them like Braille, reading the language of survival we both learned the hard way. 5 years postgrad, and here we were, him adjuncting at NYU, dissecting athlete psyches with that same quarterback focus. Me cutting docs for PBS, chasing truths on celluloid that mirrored our own jagged path. The apartment smelled of his oat milk lattes and my developing chemicals, home earned through fire. But Elmwood pulled, seasonal as migration. Summer 32. Wedding anniversary road trip. Truck upgraded to hybrid Tacoma. Playlist evolved to Phoebe Bridgers' ballads. Corey first stop, now state park, paths paved, but echoes lingered. We hiked rim, hands laced, sons. Foster turned adopted. Eli 8 and Theo 6. Racing ahead with kites whipping wind. Dad, look! Eli hollered, spool tangling. Jake scooped him, untangling expert. Easy, champ. Wins tricky. Theo tugged my jeans. Story time? The locker one. I chuckled, settling logside. Fire pit modern, no bonfires wild. All right. Once, your papa was sleeping in the locker room. After big game, Theo bounced. Right? And I walked in, thought world ending. Glances traded, Jake's wink conspiratorial. And then, Eli leaned, eyes wide. Kissed him under stars. Best call ever. Jake ruffled hair, voice thick. Boys squealed, kites aloft again. We watched, arms around, full circle. Harlan Farm next. Dad's health faded, heart murmur, but grill still smoked. Boys! He boomed, tossing horseshoes clanging. Mom's garden bloomed riot, tomatoes fat, herbs for her experimental gay rom-com book club reads. Dinner porch, ribs saucy, corn butter dripped. Dad cornered Jake soft. Heard about the book deal. Psych for queer athletes. Game changer. Jake nodded, fork pausing. Yeah, dedicate to you. Pushing turned, pulling right. Dad's eyes misted, rare. Love you, son. Back. Hug brief but mended. My folks joined. Mom's library tales. Stepdad's. Post-dad rebound solid. Carpentry gifts. Birdhouses for boys. Toasts clinked. To family, blood. Chosen. Night. Guest room creaky. Jake's whisper urgent. Miss this simple. Simples us. Kiss slow, reaffirming. Fall beckoned. Eli's school play. Theo's soccer tryouts. Our chaos joyful. But undercurrent. Jake's book tour looming, LA to London promo grind. 2 weeks, he said, packing suits. You'll survive. Barely. Tease but ache real, old fears echo. He left JFK dawn. Text en route. Compass north you. Smiled through Edit Bay haze. Week 1 solo. Boys' bedtime stories double duty. My scripts piling. Call nightly. London's fog. But your voice clears. Miss your socks on floor. Laugh. Then glitch. Tour stop Chicago, his old haunt. Panel Q&A. Coming out in sports? Risks? Voice steady. Lost offers, yeah. But gain truth. My husband, anchor. Applause, but post. Text delayed. Worry worm. Call. Fine. Just fan mobbed. Autograph for Elmwood Kid. Closeted QB. Sign be brave? Did. Relief. Week 2, LA screening my doc. Shadows to light. Queer athletes hidden plays. Red carpet borrowed, him beaming virtual. Proud explodes. Post-premiere. After-party schmooze. But text. Panel riot. Activists pushing. Books sparking. Good riot. Best. Return airport reunion tackle, boys mobbing, me kissing thorough. Home. Life pulsed. Holidays hybrid Thanksgiving Nashville detour. Vandy game tailgate with Nate's crew. Now dads themselves. Christmas Brooklyn. Tree tinsel tangled. Lights rainbow wound. Gifts unwrapped. His leather journal inscribed, directions yours. Mine vintage lens, capture us. New Year resolution, more us, less hustle. Spring bloomed, book launch party. Our rooftop, string lights fairy. Guests eclectic, sports scribes, film buffs, Elmwood transplants. Jake spoke, this book's not mine. It's locker rooms unspoken, porches promised, accidents awakening. To Alex. First read, always. Cheers, kiss claimed, unapologetic. Summer idol. Cape Cod rental, waves crashing, boys building sand forts epic. Evenings bonfire legal. Esmores charred, guitars strummed. Jake's chords rusty, my harmonies off. Sing it, he urged. Fireglow. Only for you. Voice cracks emotion. Fall harvest. Eli's braces gleaming. Theo's art prodigy sketches. Family portrait us 4. Compass Central. But twist. Dad Harlan's call. Check up bad. Come. Road urgent. ICU sterile. Monitors beeping familiar dread. Prostate. He rasped. Aggressive. Jake's hand crushed mine, echoes crash. Fight it, Dad. Grins weak. Old dog. But yeah, for you boys. Vigil redux. Shifts bedside. Stories looped. 8th grade arcades to grandson antics. Mom's vigil fierce. Hill pull. Chemo gauntlet. Drives weekly. Boys drawings taped 4 pole. Jake's book royalties fund experimental hope lifeline. Winter gripped. Dad rallied fraction. Home hospice. Farm quiet. Last harvest. Apples picked boys hands small. Pie baked communal. Passing March equinox. Dawn soft. Jake at side. Love you, son. Sorry said. Enough. Tears. Funeral spring bud. Quarry eulogy Jake's. He taught direction. Not north, but heart. Rest easy. After farm sold, proceeds trust for boys. Legacy shifted, love's yield. Grief wave. Jake withdrawn. Book sequel stalled. I pulled. Therapy? Together. Nod. Sessions raw. Betrayal's ghost. Dad's push, my crash guilt. Forgiven? I echoed his grace. Renewal summer. Italy gap. Rome fountains. Boys gelato smeared. Colosseum shadows. Gladiators us. Fought, won. Fall frame. Sequel submitted. True north. Beyond the line. Dedication. To Harlan, compass true. Launch triumph. Times review rave. Tour light, local hops. Years later. Eli High School Film Club, Theo's queer youth lead, our mirrors proud. Wedding theirs, future whispers. 10th anniversary, locker room revisit, Elmwood High tour, alumni pass. Empty now, fluorescence, same buzz. Jake sprawled bench, dramatic. Deja vu, laughter bubbles. Then, this, kiss deep, echoes. Out, sunset field, truck hood warm. And then, boys chorus from back. And then, Jake says, eyes mine, everything. Human arc, not straight lines, but curves embraced. Betrayals bridged, loves landed. American dream hours, flawed, fierce, full.